Okay, so Playboy Cardi has had a rough couple weeks for the big 2025, and not only does this include glazing washed rappers in the DMs and being exposed for certain messages that might deplete aura, but he even got exposed by his own baby mama, Iggy Azalea. There are a couple other things too that we're gonna go over, but before we get into that, if you could drop a subscription, Sad Part 2, and bring you all of the rap news, commentary videos that your heart could desire. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, drop a like, drop a comment while you're there. Let's get into it. First though, before we get into Carti, we're going to go over messages with Lucki actually, because these are very interesting as well. Not as interesting as the Carti ones, but still cool. So basically what happened was Thouxanbanfauni, I'm sure you guys have heard of him, came up around Carti, the activist, Lucki, Playboy Cardi, Sito, Lil Yachty, like kind of that whole era of rap. And unfortunately now he's a bit washed. He's still underground, and I mean he's still dropping music, but nothing is really comparing to those runs he was on back in the day with projects like The Lost Files, The X Files, even Clairvoyance, which is low-key the last good project he dropped back in 2020. But at one point he was bigger than all of those other guys, bro. I'm telling you, he was bigger than Lucki, he was bigger than Carti. He was like the big dog, and we're gonna see that evidence in these messages, because somewhere along the lines Fauni ended up getting into beef with a lot of people. This included Lil Yachty, this included Lucki, whose messages we're going to go over. This also included Sito, whose messages we're actually going to go over as well. Let's actually look at Lucki's first. Like I said, there's Lucki messages from back in the day so that we can just show the difference between then and now, how things have changed. So it started off with Thouxanbanfauni DMing Lucki saying, "Miss ya, Luckster." He said, "Miss you too, big dog. See you on that DJ Academics. Got a young boy proud." And yeah, Fauni was actually on Academics at one point back in 2017. I think this was probably during the Lil Yachty beef, and that definitely brought his name to a bigger audience. I know he was talking to DJ Vlad about it. It was posted all over the blogs and stuff because it got violent. Like, that was a real deal beef, man. But yeah, Lucki was proud of Fauni for that. Fauni DM'd Lucki saying, "Let's get this goo-op, F the other stuff." And Lucki said, "For real, bro, you know that. Like, all this other shit dumb. We all on the right track. The money way for real, for real. I see X-Files on Apple Music." And yeah, this is low-key Fauni's best project. Like, definitely my favorite project from him. I love this album so much, bro. Like, if you haven't listened to the X-Files, you gotta go check it out. Songs like Get It Clappin', Viper, Gorgeous, Phelps, Fast Lane, like, oh my, this album is literally perfect. And this was one of the first projects he actually got on platforms. So Lucki was like saying, "Yo, you're getting money now, you got the album on platforms and stuff. I see you getting that Apple Music bread, bro." And yeah, 2017 Lucki was smaller than Fauni. At this point he'd only dropped a few of the albums, and none of them were doing numbers like Fauni was. He dropped Free Wave 2 and Free Wave, which had a little motion, but he hadn't dropped Watch My Back yet, which is where things started to change a little bit. The messages continued though, with Lucki saying LMAO, OMG, WTF, LMAO, and those were triple text. It's funny, bro, like this is a theme we see throughout the video, bro. Like, people were triple texting Fauni, like really trying to get his attention and stuff, and then nowadays it's kind of the opposite, where they don't answer his messages and they're the ones who are up and Fauni's trying to get their attention. It just shows you how quickly things can change though. Fauni replied saying, "Where you at?" And Lucki said, "NYC, cashin', man, you know me." And I doubt he was cashing, or at least not anything close to how he's living now, bro. He said, "Yo, where you at? Chicago? Back in New York, bro." And yeah, this is that time when Lucki was in New York. He's talked about this before, saying in 2017 or late 2017, early 2018, he was in New York, like going through some dark times, but that's where a lot of the good music writing came from. Fauni said, "Link around New Year's," and Lucki replied saying, "Let's do something epic. Easy." Yo, that's funny, bro. Like, I've never texted my friend and been like, "Yo, like, let's hang out," and then they said, "Let's do something epic." Like, that sounds like a line from a movie, bro. Like, that sounds like what you tell your friends before you go on like a Phineas and Ferb summer adventure, bro. Like, "Yo, I'm trying to do something epic, man." Lucki replies saying, "Hey, what did you mean rehab with me? I just saw that." I don't know what that's in reference to. Does anyone know? Let me know in the comments. One more message to go over. He said, "You and Chai? Yeah, for the week with my little one." And I think he means his son, his first son. I think it's Logan. I could be wrong though. But yeah, Lucki's first son was born around this time. Unless he's talking about his girl, I don't know. Fauni said, "Let's knock out this EP before April." And he said, "Alright, let's do it in LA for real, for real. This stuff gonna throw them so left field. Like, we really gotta start this." And this was in 2018, so I'm not sure exactly what EP they would ever be talking about, or if it would drop at all. I mean, they could be referring to the Lost Files, because Lucki was featured on that album, but I mean, it wasn't a collaborative project, and nor was it an EP. It was just Lucki featuring on Beam Me Up, which is low-key one of the best songs on that album, and one of the best the Activist and Lucki features, especially from that time period. Speaking of the Uno DMs, there's one funny Uno DM I want to go over. Fauni DM'd Uno with a screenshot of some girl messaging him, and he said, "She tryna eat." And Uno said, "Lol, test the waters." Fauni said, "You first." So like there was some Atlanta underground rap eater demon out there, and they were kind of trying to see, someone take the bait and see how it goes, because like they were both scared and a little bit nervous to see where her head was at. Now let's go over the Playboy Cardi messages, the ones you were here for, the ones you were super excited to see. And Playboy Cardi actually messaged Fauni saying "miss you" on January 4th, 2017, and then later that day he double texted saying "call me." Like, damn, bro, imagine having messages from Playboy Cardi back in the day, 2017. Like, he wasn't really even doing anything at this point. He had a couple SoundCloud songs out and stuff, but there was no self-titled album yet. There was, I mean, every single thing on his on his platform stuff, Spotify, nothing was out at this point. So this was like real starting off Playboy Cardi, man. And he was trying to get a hold of Fauni, because Fauni was that guy at the time, man. He even sent him his number, 2 different ones, both lines on. I'll probably censor them just in case. I doubt the lines are still active though, like to this day. Then he replied to his story again saying, "Coming to your show Thursday, February 7th. And then a whole more than a year later, he said, "Lot me in, it's all love." And so at this point, he had sent like 10 messages with no response, bro. So Playboy Cardi was really, at one point, really trying to get Fauni's attention, bro, and really trying to talk to him and see what was up with him and, be that guy. It's crazy to see how the career trajectories have changed. I think it's just a reminder to, like, keep working and not be jealous of what other people have, because your roles could switch so quick, bro. I mean, Fauni probably felt like he was at the top of the world, and he saw Cardi as just like a lil bro, and now Cardi is like the top of the whole rap game, bro. Like, not just the underground stuff. Like, he's one of the biggest mainstream rappers in the world, and I know this album's about to be crazy. Unfortunately, it might get impacted by a lot of these bad things that have been going on, because we know his albums love to get pushed back. Before we go over that stuff though, I think we should go over messages with Sito. And this was someone that Fauni actually had like real beef with, and apparently back in the day, Fauni had even snatched Sito had even snatched Fauni's chain, and he posted on Instagram wearing the chain, tagging Fauni and saying, "You didn't get set up, I caught you lacking. I know you missed that fake chain. Next time, don't trust a girl for a ride." And yeah, bro, like this was a whole debacle, bro, involving Lil Yachty, like I mentioned earlier. He had tweeted at Lil Yachty saying, "Bro, you got shot at for trying to set me up and have your brim dudes claim they snatched my chain. If it's on site, let it be you." And yeah, bro, like apparently this is where Fauni and Sito and Lil Yachty all got into this altercation. But like, I mean, remember this Sito post was from 2017, and now we have DMs in the very next year. Like, that much time hasn't even passed, and Fauni is reaching out to Sito trying to settle stuff, squash stuff. He said, "Hey brother, I just wanted to let you know, regardless of our awkward, chaotic past, that I love you, and I hope one day we can spread a more positive message amongst the hearts of others. I wish you much prosperity's day. I'm happy for your personal development and growth. I love you." And wow, bro, like Fauni was really getting all spiritual and romantic and beautiful in this message, bro. Like, he was saying things I never even told my girlfriend, like, we could spread a more positive message amongst the hearts of others. Like, bro really used amongst, and he said, I wish you much prosperity's day. Like, I think he's trying to say something nice, but doesn't even make grammatical. I don't know what he's trying to say, bro. He must have been on some good mushroom diet at this point, bro. Like, he was really trying to spread positivity. But Slime Sito actually, reciprocated, saying, for show, bro. We good. Keep your head up. All love. And it's crazy because just the year before this, Fauni and Slime Sito were beefing over Slime Sito setting him up and snatching his chain by having a girl give Fauni a ride. Like, what a crazy chain of events, bro. Fauni even DM'd Slime Sito saying, yo, how much yo bail? Maybe alluding to the fact that he would bail Slime Sito out of jail even after what he's done to Fauni. Like, I don't know, bro. From these messages, Fauni seems like a good guy. Unfortunately, in the updated Lucki ones we're about to go over, it seems it could have gone the other way. Slime Sito then said, you solid forever. You? Yeah, I'm good. What you on, bro? Working on this tape, getting videos lined up. How you living? Feels good to be out, I tell ya. And keep going crazy, I'm rooting for. And then Fauni said, go up, F what everybody else on, do you. And yeah, bro, like, I don't know. This is crazy. We're like, I feel like it seems like they didn't even have beef in the first place. Because if you were around the underground back in the day, it was like Fauni and Slime Sito. Those were like the beefs, bro. Like, they hated each other. That's what we thought in the public, at least. But maybe it seems like stuff was doing for promo, or it got squashed way before we ever knew about it. Because, I mean, they're literally messaging each other like nice things behind closed doors, bro. But before we go over that other Carti thing, Lucki's got into a more recent beef with Fauni a few times, actually. One time he called him like a loser for getting on the Yeet beats, and then even more recently there was just them talking about mentioning each other's names and stuff. I don't know, but these were the messages. Lucki said, for show, twin, let me fail in peace, keep my name out mouth, ho ass dude. And then Lucki said, you just telling yourself this to make you feel better. You know good damn well in your heart I haven't spoke of you or thought of you in years. And yeah, bro, like, this is kind of sad to see. I don't know, because I don't know, bro. It's just like seeing the way they act on social media. It does seem like Lucki's in a better place mentally, and Fauni was kind of crashing out in these DMs, bro. I don't know who told him Lucki was talking about him, but I don't know what Lucki would even mention about Fauni, because they're not in the same circles. Lucki is way more up, touring, music doing well, all that, while Fauni is kind of seemed to be stuck in the mud. Fauni then said, Ayla, bruh, just stay out my way. It's no beef or nothing. Just F off about how you speak on me. And like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what people spoke on or whatever, but from my position, it did seem like Fauni was kind of stretching things and trying to create beef for publicity or something, which we have seen him do before. Then I guess he told... There's some messages not included, but I'm guessing Fauni told Lucki that he loves him, and Lucki said, don't love me, bro, love yourself. And then Fauni got mad at this response. He said, you mad cause I love you? Oh, these messages were on Christmas too. He said, you mad cause I love you, even if you being weird? LMAO for show. My bad, I forgot I was just a stepping stone. Happy holidays, family. And yeah, bro, I mean, Fauni probably feels used by a lot of these people, like Carti, Lucki, even, because he said, bro, I forgot I was just a stepping stone. And it was like he thinks that he was one of the ways that Lucki moved up in the underground and kind of got to the point where he's at now, where he's a huge international mainstream level rapper, arguably, and Fauni is still at below the 1 million monthly. It's kind of sad, bro. Like, I wish people could just get along, but when there's big money and big careers going on, there's always going to be some level of resentment for someone succeeding, and you're going to be jealous or whatever. Even if Lucki wasn't using Fauni as a stepping stone, which I don't think he was, but even if he wasn't, Fauni would still perceive it this way just because he's so much less successful than Lucki is right now. And at one point he was bigger than Lucki, as we saw in the messages earlier. Like, Lucki was the one triple texting him, checking on him and all that, and now the table's turned and he probably feels left out. Lucki then told him, love yourself, and he said, bro, it's not that deep. I love you like a brother. I'll learn to love myself later. Just take the compliment, bro. LOL. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of sad too, because in these messages, Fauni is admitting to not loving himself, and that's a tough thing, bro, especially for someone who a lot of people look up to, you know, like a lot of people would love to be in Fauni's position, like be able to do shows and have fans across the country and stuff, but Fauni doesn't even love that for himself, probably because of all the people he saw at his level that are now huge, and like Fauni wants to be like them, but it's easy to forget that there's people who want to be like you and you feel at a disadvantage and stuff. I don't know. A lot of people would love to be in your position, Fauni, so I want to get caught up in all this this other stuff. Like, love yourself, bro. You deserve it. You make great music. You made great music in the past. I know you still can. But yeah, we're here to talk about Playboy Cardi, man, because recently Iggy Azalea went on Twitch stream with a ginger woman who some of you might be familiar with if you're D1 Gooners. But as always happens, bro, someone brought up Playboy Cardi. Like, there's really no Iggy Azalea public appearance that doesn't involve Playboy Cardi at this point. So fans asked her about Playboy Cardi to tell him to, when the album's dropping, tell him to drop the album, and she did not have a happy reaction to this.
Speak to him, my love. We haven't heard from that man in over like 6 months. We don't know where he is. I don't have no idea, have no association. You would have to tell somebody that speaks to wherever he is. We don't know or care.
So yeah, clearly she's saying that she has no idea when the album will drop, and she hasn't even spoken to him or seen him in 6 months, even though he is the father of her child, like they were together and stuff. But now he's MIA. Maybe he's working on the album, or maybe he just doesn't want to spend time around his kid. But it seems like every time there's bad press about Cardi and there is a project about to drop, it ends up getting pushed back. Like, we've seen that with him getting arrested for the DV stuff, ended up getting the album pushed back. Like, the album just always getting pushed back, and hopefully this Iggy Azalea thing doesn't play a role in that. It's not a super huge story right now, but I don't know, bro, it could get pushed over that depending on how the media covers it. Cardi, though, just, I don't know, bro. Like, you gotta remember, you don't want to end up in Fauni's position one day. Like, you don't want to be the dude remembering, oh, back in the good old days, bro, like I was mainstream. If only I dropped that album in 10 years, like who knows where I would be at. Like, drop the project, bro. We need to eat. It's 2025. We've been waiting for years now. He's about to perform at Rolling Loud LA. Apparently he's going to be performing I Am Music, but they said the same thing about Rolling Loud Miami, and we all know how that went. So I'm not very super excited and attached to that idea. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about Playboy Cardi dropping, though. Like, over or under 6 months, bro. Let me know in the comments. I'll I'll let you know my thoughts too in the replies. But thank you for watching this far. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new here. Peace.